It was a dark and eerie night when I decided to venture into the forest with my trusty camcorder. I had heard whispers of a mysterious creature lurking within the depths of these woods, and I was determined to capture it on film. Little did I know that this decision would lead me into a terrifying encounter with the infamous urban legend known as Slender Man. As I stepped into the forest, a sense of unease washed over me. The trees stood tall and menacing, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves under my feet. I pressed record on my camcorder, the green light illuminating the darkness, and began my journey deeper into the unknown. The further I ventured, the more the atmosphere grew oppressive. Shadows danced around me, playing tricks on my mind. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Every step I took, I could sense a presence lurking just beyond my line of sight. But I pushed forward, driven by a mix of curiosity and adrenaline. Suddenly, a chill ran down my spine as I caught a glimpse of a tall figure in the distance. It stood motionless, its elongated limbs blending seamlessly with the surrounding trees. Slender Man. The legend had become a reality before my very eyes. Fear gripped me, but I couldn't tear my gaze away from the creature. As I continued to film, Slender Man seemed to grow closer, his presence becoming more palpable. His featureless face sent shivers down my spine, and his tendrils seemed to reach out towards me, beckoning me closer. Panic set in, and I turned to flee, but every path I took seemed to lead me deeper into the forest, further into his clutches. My heart pounded in my chest as I stumbled through the undergrowth, desperately trying to escape. But no matter how fast I ran, Slender Man was always just a few steps behind. His presence was suffocating, his influence seeping into my mind. I could hear whispers, haunting voices that echoed through the trees, urging me to surrender. Exhausted and terrified, I collapsed to the ground, my camcorder slipping from my grasp. Slender Man loomed over me, his tendrils wrapping around my body, constricting my every movement. I closed my eyes, ready to accept my fate, when suddenly, a blinding light pierced through the darkness. I awoke in a hospital bed, my body battered and bruised. The doctors told me that I had been found unconscious in the forest, my camcorder lying beside me. They had no explanation for what had happened, dismissing it as a mere hallucination. But I knew the truth. Slender Man had stalked me, and I had narrowly escaped his clutches. To this day, I am haunted by the memory of that night. Slender Man remains an urban legend, a creature of nightmares. But for me, he is all too real, and I will forever carry the scars, both physical and mental, as a reminder of the horrors that lurk within the darkness of the forest.